All right, guys, it's the second video here on the white C20. I don't got a name for this thing yet, and I'm not really forceful, or names don't have to happen with me. And it might get a name after we get it running here. Who knows? It has a characteristic that stands out. It might smoke. This motor might smoke. It might be Old Smoky, or might have some Tiki lifters. Might be Tiki the C20, or something like that. As of right now, this thing does not have a name. So it's just the white C20 is what we're going to call it. Can we get this thing running? I think so. We kind of already tapped into that in the last video. It does turn over with the wrong key. We figured it out. Sounds okay too. It turns over nice. So I think with some carburation and some fuel here, this thing's going to be a runner. I assumed the gas tank was bad. It had no gas cap on it, and I figured it was sitting with rotten gas in it. It's bone dry. There's nothing in the gas tank. I'll get a flashlight and I'll show you guys the inside, what it looks like. It doesn't really look that bad. I expected it to be a lot worse. Check it out. It's just on the bottom of the tank. There's this kind of little layer of sludge down there. And it actually is just kind of in the middle of the tank. You come over to the side over, here, and there's nothing. The walls look good. There's no rust. It's just kind of a little layer of this black tar varnish down there on the bottom that I'm not concerned is really that bad. I'm gonna run some fuel filters. We're just gonna run it. I don't have another tank. I could pop this out of here and clean it and probably get some of that out of there, or it's just gonna wash out of there with the first tank of gas that is ran through it. And I think that's what's gonna happen. So I'm not pulling the tank. Maybe I'm being lazy, but I don't see this as being that bad. It's just a little bit dirty. It smells like rotten gas out here because of this. I had some old gas lying around, and I've got the float. It's been floating out here since last night, just and floating. I tried drowning it, and that really didn't seem to phase it. So the float floats, and the setting unit is clear, not all clogged up. So I don't know. I figured I was gonna have some fuel delivery issues here, but I've got fuel delivery issues elsewhere. We were basically missing carburation up front in the last video, and I basically put together a little deal here to put a carb on it. I got a carb adapter and Edelbrock stick on it. I'm running into some square body bullshit is what I'm running into, which is usually stuff I stay completely clear and free from. But here we got a damn square body motor and intake in this thing, and the stupid EGR is in the way of the carburetor. Obviously this is the carburetor it came with, so that's kind of why. But I can't put this Edelbrock on here with the EGR on the way. Now I also can make a little block off plate, remove the EGR and put it on there, but I don't like this intake anyways. I don't like anything about this intake, and I was just crying about it in the last video, how I wanted to get it off here. Well, I think I'm just going to change the intake, because that's what makes the most sense to me, is just get it off of here. See, it's not seated. There's about an inch or half inch at least more before it has to go down the seat on the intake, and it's already running into that. So I looked it up, common issue. I've never ran this before because I don't play with these year motors or these year intakes. I just never even go. I would have changed it out and everybody let this intake stay on this truck. So that's even more reason for it to come off. It's coming off. So I'll show you guys what I got for it. These two here, I've given her a Street Master, which is a spread bore itself and has the provision for a factory choke for quadrajet. I've got this Torquer 2 hot rod intake. So this is already a square bore, so ready for an Edelbrock to go right on it. I'm also contemplating, but I kind of already decided not to do this. I've got a bunch of cores of quadrajets. So I was like, well, I can just put a quadrajet together to try to get this thing running. But that's going to take me X amount of time. I think X amount of time the same is going to be to remove that intake and just swap it out. So I want the intake to go away. I don't want it to be on there. So that's where I'm going with it, is get rid of the intake and run one of these Edelbrocks. I've got like 4 of them now. I started collecting. I found 2 more I didn't know about, and this and that. And I've got a good Edelbrock between what I've all got here. So swap out the intake. I'm going to put this one on it. So that way it just takes Edelbrock and just bolts right on, no adapter. Done deal. And I'll save this one for a quadrajet truck. Now, I must say it is very hot out, which is, well, not fun. But what do you do? Sometimes you're out in the sun. And today I'm out here in 100-degree weather swapping intakes. That's what I'm doing today. All right, so got the old intake off out of the way. As you guys can see, it's a little chunky in there. What do you do? Vacuumed it out, cleaned out as good as I could. And I'm gonna slap this new intake on. I say new, it also isn't quite new. It has been used before. It's a couple Healy coils in a few spots, but it's clean and it looks really nice. And it's really nicer than the rest of the truck. It's also more intake than the motor really deserves or needs. This is a single plane, you know, kind of mid-range performance manifold when we got just a Smogger 305, 350 here. So not really the best fit, but I've always wanted to put one of these intakes on one of these motors to see how it'd run. You hear guys saying, oh, it does okay, it wakes them up, or hear guys saying, no, it's crap. Well, I'm going to figure out for myself. I'm sure it's going to be crap. I'm okay with it though. Maybe it's crap for driving around town. Maybe it's great for racing, which is what we possibly plan to do with this thing. And you guys might have clued into if you watched the last video. This thing just might live on to be a racer. So maybe this is just some premature modifications to its future racer life. We got a single plane torque or two over here. Okay, well, I'm gonna get it plopped on here. I cannot find the RTV. I'm out and I'm too lazy to go to the store and get some more. So I hardly ever use China wall. I have a little bit of RTV, I should say, but I have enough to kind of do here, you know, and there. I do not have enough to do the China walls themselves. So we're running the gaskets. We're kicking it old school. All right, been successfully roasting my ass off out here. It is hot out. Like, really I'm not hot. Naked. I've got swim trunks on. I've been going and literally like a 5-year-old jumping in the sprinkler and trying to cool off and escape from that Okanagan sun. I got the intake on. I've got everything kind of basically on and back together. Should be your stab. Carb is on. No more stupid EGR on the way. It looks so much better than that junk that was, well, occupying the same space. Fuel tank is, well, I should say sending unit is back in. Sorry, my brain's getting cooked here. I'm losing my brain cells and speech abilities for the day. It's hot out. It's 102. I just checked. The sun is on my back. Yeah, we're ready to try something here. I did go and grab one of the Longhorn spare keys. It almost seems to work even a little bit better than the key that I use for the Longhorn. So I've kind of got a key. It still gets hung up a little bit, but we'll work around that. It's better than nothing. The gas I put in the tank really isn't that great. I've had it sitting around. I wanted to get rid of it. I mean, look at this thing, right? I've been running my pressure washer. I'll beat it pressure wash off, and it is still, that thing will eat it up and it runs off of it. So I know this thing will too. So let's just see what happens here. I'm not expecting the greatest or the bestest, but I'm expecting it to run, and I think it's going to. So throw a little bit of this half-rotten gas in there. Oh, I got quite a bit in there. See what happens. See if the old girl likes it. Baby. Come on, moment of truth. All right. Oh, she's gonna go. I didn't do nothing to the points. I didn't touch the points. I didn't touch nothing. I just popped the cap right off the distributor and put it back on, and it looked like it wasn't, you know, too crusty in there. Come on, baby. She's trying. We got a bunch of dust and crust kicking up. Come on, baby. I feel like it was going to. It kind of almost popped off there right when I first did the key, but who knows? The points could need to be filed or replaced. Oh, now we got the battery. Okay, battery charger. I just thought of something. I do need to check the oil. I have not done that yet. Oh yeah, it's got some in it. This battery is, I don't know, 2021. So it's starting to be a piece of crap. It charges up good, and we'll turn on a rig like 3 or 4 times, and it just like bleh, falls on its face. So I think it's no good. I don't know what's like. It's kind of like smoking, but I think it's just dust being flung off this thing. You can't see it right down there. See that? I don't know what that's all about. Leaking? Smoking? I don't know. It'll be fine. All right, let's see. It's got oil. It's got fuel. Come on, baby. Okay. So I have started this thing off of just dumping gas in the carb. About 10 times now. I've got nothing in the fuel filter. Nothing coming up from the tank. So we either got a bad fuel pump, which you see it there by the little AC. This literally could be the original fuel pump to this replacement motor, or the original engine. Who knows? No, I think it'd be the original engine because it is the correct style pump that would have came with the truck, because it's the 3-line. Could have been replaced. It's still super old, regardless of whatever it is. These AC pumps last a long time. It literally could be the original 1972 pump. These hoses are real dry, as come expected. You can see them rotting away there. So I'm gonna pop the pump off. I've got one. It's a Longhorn spare that I always keep underneath the seat. And so, yeah, let's see what we can make happen here. I don't think we're getting fuel. I think it's because of the pump. Thanks, Scoot. What's the good word, bud? What do you think of the new truck? You went with to go get it. Yeah. We'll get it, Ron. We'll go for a ride in here in a bit. What do you think? Yeah. Scooter approves. He likes any truck, though. He's not too picky. As long as he gets to go with. All right. Getting this pump changed out. Got the old one off. New one ready to go on. This is the kind of the goofy big pump that 71, 72, 3/4, and I think half tons would even have sometimes. It's the space down. It's got a big old large reservoir in a way, and of course it's a 3-line, 1 in and 2 out, return in and output, of course, towards the carburetor. So luckily I had one, because my Longhorn has the exact same pump, and I always keep a spare underneath the seat. For the first bit when I was getting that thing going, from it sitting for so many years, it was just eating fuel pumps like crazy for some reason, and it's slowed down on that now, but I still keep a spare underneath the seat. So I did double check and make sure too, as I kind of glanced over it, once I saw how clean and how decent the tank was inside, I didn't even bother blowing the line out. I thought to myself, well, gosh, it could be that too, but I just got underneath there and undid the line, blew into the tank. It's clear as can be. Blew in up front, it's also clear as can be. So everything was fine there. It's just, I believe, this old pump that was, of course, being faulty. And even if this was to work, it would have been a big old leak, because look at how dry rotted these hoses are. They were falling off. I don't even know what this is. Some like steel, like woven. I had the toughest time getting this thing off the fuel line on the engine side. It was like welded, like C's to it. But I got it off there. Some weird crap. Yeah, AC Delco. It was a good one for all those years. Wish you could buy one as good as this now today. The one I'm putting on isn't as quality as this. But okay, I'm gonna get the line off here, and we'll get this pump on the engine, and yeah, get it all buttoned back up and see if it'll run and stay running. Oh, and everybody get ready, because I'm telling you right now, this thing sounds about as crappy as it looks. It sounds like Christine, you know, at the end of the movie when it's like flip, 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 flip. It literally, I mean, I guess it's fitting. This is what the truck sounds like. It sounds like this. So I don't know what I was expecting or what I was expecting any different, but the couple times I got to fire up, it is exhaust leak central, like everywhere. I guess you can kind of see that ram horn is trying to be an open ram horn. It's kind of all mounted up right there, but it's really the other one that is really doing all the noise making, it seems like. So get ready, just a forewarning. All right, let's see what'll happen. Everything's all hooked back up. We'll splash a little more down the carb. Probably have to do this once or twice. All right, plenty in there. Oh yeah, fuel filter's already got fuel in it. See, it'll fire up. Wants to. Well, maybe. it runs, as you guys can hear. And there's those exhaust leaks I was talking about. And earlier in the video, I made a comment when I just started turning it over. I'm like, God, what is all this stuff getting flung around there? This ram horn must be totally blown out. Must be a big old hole in it, because it's exhaust coming out. The cylinders were probably full of gunk and dust or dirt, whatever the heck it was. That's what was getting flung around. It was stuff getting thrown at the exhaust, and I see it's pushing. You can kind of almost, yeah, see it there by the carb seal, that haze. That's coming out of the exhaust. That is the hole in the ram horn. It's behind there. So it definitely needs some manifolds or some headers or something stuck on it. But we're still gonna take it for a test drive. I already threw a couple quarts of transmission fluid in it, leaky turbo 350, typical. It took 2.5, almost 3. She's nice and full now, goes right into gear. The brakes did work when I rolled it off the trailer. It came to a nice stop, but just topping them off there. The rears that would be there were a little low. I top off the antifreeze. We're not going to worry about an air cleaner. We are off to the races. Let's go take it for a spin. Whew. It's warmed up too, it has to be. Oh yeah, that's getting close. Look at that, it's got good oil pressure. Gosh. Fuel gauge not working. I think it's the wire. The gauge moves, and I've got everything as good as I could when I was putting the tank back together. Oh yeah. So I think it's just maybe the wire. It's really crusty in the sill here where the wire travels, you know, up to the front of the fuse panel. So I'm sure the wire's just broken up there or something and not getting a read, because I unplugged it on the fuse panel a couple times too, and nothing, no input. But I'm not hurt. We're driving it. We're cruising the 72. Beautiful sunset. Got the old farm truck. Oh, okay, we gotta wait for traffic. Oh, no, okay, we're good. Oh yeah, second. Third. We got 3 gears. That was my last concern. We do have some form of a U-joint or a driveline noise, maybe bearing some sort. Could be in the rear end, maybe. Oh, she's smoking a little bit. She's smoking a little bit. God, it drove pretty straight there. I was probably doing about 45 or so. Power steering works like a charm. Man, this thing's just a cruiser. Got a little hesitation, but that could just be that carb. I mean, I think it is just that carb. Oh, it died. I wish I had that on video. We just had a close call. There's fire underneath the hood. I just put it out with a bunch of dirt. It died, and I pulled over, and it was acting flooded. I think it is flooded. And I don't know what's going on. This could be something with that carb. I mean, I just grabbed that carb off the shelf. It's been sitting for a year or two and threw it on here, but it was running fine. And it doesn't help. It's got exhaust coming from right here, and that's where the fire started at. Was right in that manifold. So yeah, I got a bunch of hay close by here and lots of well, fuel for fire. So I think I'm gonna get towed back to the shop. I'm not far from the shop. I'm gonna call Chelsea to have her give me a tow. Let's not get the pop off here. We'll see. Just got home from work. Let's see what she thinks of the new ride, the new 72. Oh yeah, that's when you know it's a good one. Horn works. What do you think? Yeah. I literally almost called it beforehand. I was like, should call it. Well, we haven't named it yet, and I was like, maybe its name will be Old Smoky or Tiki. Go ahead. It's right there. You don't like it?
Gross.
You want to drive it?
No.
Drive's nice.
I don't want to drive it if it catches on fire.
Ah, it's not going to catch on fire again. This is a one-time thing. I'll have the hose going. You just whip in here.
No, I'm good.
You're good? You're scared of it?
I'm good.
I got to make sure it's fireproof. Yeah, it's got a bad exhaust manifold, and it just loaded up a little bit, and I pulled in down there, and it shot a little fireball out, and it just kind of stayed down there for a bit. And I just threw dirt on it, and it went right out. It was put out quickly, put it that way. Oh gosh, yeah. It's the exhaust manifold's so bad, that is the exhaust. Like, it's barely coming out of the tailpipe out the back of the truck. It's coming all out right there. What do you think? Check out the interior. Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
It's rough.
Oh, come on now. That's all you gotta say about it. Yeah. Oh, you're not wrong. It is pretty rough. Oh, there goes the sheriff. Now I can do a big old peel out now that he left. Roug's good. You don't want to drive it?
I'm sure.
Hauls ass. That ain't no 305. I'll tell you what, man. That Joe, you better look out, man. Cause the Eagle, yeah, forget about it. I was a little overexcited. I just watched the footage of the burnout, and it felt a lot more exhilarating inside the cab. I felt like the truck was shaking apart, and lots of loud noises and whatnot. But hey, you know what? It runs pretty darn good, and it comes alive. Like, man, that torque intake is where it's at. I'm not upset at it one bit. It cruises nice. It pulls out from stop sign nice at low RPM, and got good top end, and I like it. I like the intake. Yeah, that ain't no 305. I'll tell you that much. I tell you that much. You sure you don't want to drive it?
Oh, I kind of do now.
You kind of do now. Oh, she wants to drive it now. The key is kind of a bugger.
Automatic?
Yeah, it's auto. Sometimes you gotta like, I'm kind of getting it ain't the right key. It's a key for the Longhorn, but it kind of works. Try turning to the left first. Try turning to the left. It's kind of a bugger. I can help you. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. Let me move the seat forward for you. Chelsea saw them roaring ponies. Oh. I don't know why it's so funny. I think it's just because it's such a big piece of crap, but for some reason it's funny. He's only got one. This guy's only got one headlight too. We got no headlights. Oh gosh, beater central around here. I told you guys it sounds like Christine coming to run me over. Bonafide farm truck right there, man. What do you think?
I can't see nothing.
hit the dimmer switch. You'll have one headlight. No, there's nothing. You were driving with nothing. It was really funny because the guy coming at you had one headlight too. It doesn't drive that bad, does it? So now What's your new opinion of it?
I like it.
You like? Oh, see, there we go. There we go. First it was rough, but now it's still rough. But you like it, right?
Drive it in the day.
Yeah. We'll have to. Well, we could just put headlights in it too. That might help. But see, if it actually turns into a race truck down the line, if that's what becomes of it, I want to paint 8 on the side, and it's gonna be Dale Jr. Because Dale's, you know, so legendary. As a tribute truck. What better a tribute truck to the legendary Junior right here? Number 8, Dale Jr. Right? Because it's smaller too, you know, like it's Junior. Joe's got another thing coming. He's been talking all this smack. He thinks Eagle's king. It's nothing. Eagle's just a pile. Doesn't even stack up to Dale Jr. There's definite possibility of carbon monoxide poisoning if you drive this thing too long, I think, because I can smell it coming through the firewall. It has got so much exhaust coming out. So she needs some headers, which will just let it breathe better and make it even more of a racer then. We'll beat Joe even worse then, too. Yeah. You know, it might be a 305, and we're going to beat Joe with a 305. This is the best run 305 in the land, right here, Dale Jr. We have an advancement to, and this all just might be fate, right? I was expecting it was going to do, you know, a typical old, just one tire fire, you know. Check that out. That's 11s from the start to, man, we can even walk it. About that point right there, I let off the brake and just mashed it. I mean, you guys are all at horsepower. Look at this. We got a solid, I mean, it keeps going. Okay, so one kind of kicked, no, it's still going. It's still going there. This one kept it rolling. So what I was getting at there, it shouldn't have spun 2. I figured it was gonna be a 1 tire fryer. And per the spin, it didn't have a no spin. There was no spin opted on this truck. But she sure spun 2 right there. And most of the time an open eating ain't gonna do that. Now here's the deal. Here's where I'm getting excited. There's a possibility. Check this out. Look at that. That cover's been off there. And I think the front has been off of it too. As in the third member has been. Thought I saw some gasket on this side. What else underneath of it? Is there a no spin in there? I hope so. That'd be slick. And I'll tell you what, it just acted like it had one. Because that was a solid 2-tire burnout. And that's good stuff. And even better for racing. You hear that, Joe? We got a possible locker rear end. We got a race-ready 305. Dude, we're coming for you, man. You better get the Eagle tuned up, dude. Get some spark plugs and plug wires, maybe a cap and rotor or something, because you're going to need something, dude. Because this thing's coming. It's coming in hot. I'm telling you what. You know, that's the thing, too, Joe. I don't want you forgetting, because this thing's got pedigree. It's got racing pedigree from the day it was born. That trailing arm suspension. I mean, that's the same stuff they use in NASCAR. This pretty much is a NASCAR, you know, Cup Series car. Besides a few other things, you know, it has the same suspension and whatnot. So, I mean, your old leaf springs and your OBS, your torsion bars and IFS. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, it's you're in for a treat with this one, dude. Like, I mean, here, actually, I'll just show you something. Get used to this. Maybe I'll even put a tailgate on it for you so you have something to look at, you know, whatnot. But this is what you're going to be seeing, is this right here. Do you want me to put a different bumper on it? Like, I could, if you want to look at a different one. Maybe like a chrome bumper or something like that, like a chrome sport or maybe a different kind of step bumper. Let me know, Joe, what you want to look at there, because I can change that out so you can have a better view during the race if you want me to. You know, it's up to you. So, oh, and Devin, don't you go thinking I forgot about you, mister. I will. If this becomes a racer, I'll make sure I get the biggest, beefiest cow catcher on the front of this thing, because I'm going to ram you in your square body, whatever you have, come race season. Like, just get ready to get some dents. And that's the only time I'm going to be behind anybody is when I'm wanting to run into Devin. Oh, no, I'll be lapping. I'll be a lap ahead and then run into Devin as I pass by him. So, Devin, don't you be thinking I forgot about you either, because we're going to get this up here ready for you with the big old cow catcher bumper so I can run into you good. And we'll put a good old back bumper back there, a nice pretty one, so Joe has something nice to stare at. And Reggie, I don't know, man. The 4.3, dude, it ain't gonna do it. You're gonna have to do something there, man. You're gonna have to grow 2 more cylinders, you know, this off season and make something happen there, because it ain't cutting it this time, man. This right here, this is the start of a champion, a true race bred in its blood dirt truck champion, Dale Jr. right here. Well, I was being, I have to admit, a little bit delirious and delusional last night. This thing isn't that fast, but I can see the potential. The potential's there to make a good racer, darn it. Maybe I'm just being really optimistic. But you know, I started thinking, I didn't even time that motor. I just quickly and kind of, it almost bothered me to the point I was just sloppily just changed that manifold out, and it didn't take my time, you know, crazy and cleaning a bunch of stuff. Just swapped the manifold out, slapped a carb on it. I wanted to see the thing run yesterday. That was my goal, and we got that. We got it done. I didn't even time it. I didn't time it. I didn't touch the points. I didn't touch the cap, rotor, the plugs, the wires, nothing. You know, the thing has been sitting since 2009, 2010. It fired right up, and 15 minutes later, we're out there, you know, doing 2-tire burnouts out there in the middle of the road. So it actually does run pretty good, considering what it was just doing the past, you know, however 15, you know, or so years. So not bad. You know, and here I'm talking a bunch of smack about it possibly being a racer to the guys, and it's just really, you know, high chance hypotheticals at this point, I guess you could say, of this thing becoming a racer. It needs some more work in between, and we gotta get some work done on our track we use, as well as possibly another track, and kind of split the load between that, and everyone else has got to make sure they got the time to basically do the racing too. So we got some talking and some planning and some arranging to do between me and the guys, and deciding if it's going to be something we're going to try to do again this winter, which I hope for, because it's damn so much fun. But yeah, I think it might be this thing's route I kind of talked about in the last video, but going racing with this old girl might just make the most sense. It's beat up, it ain't worth a lot, and it runs pretty darn good. It's got the trailing arm racer suspension. I'm thinking is going to be the ticket to winning. And yeah, oh, speaking of that, I wanted to point this out in this video because this truck is really showing it. Okay, let's see, there's the angle. This right here, this is something that unique to trailing arm trucks, and I've always liked that about these trucks, because it kind of has that floating tire look. There's nothing, usually you're used to seeing some leaf springs and some other stuff hanging down, and this side kind of shows it, or makes it look more drastic, because the bed side is curled in, showing even more, you know, kind of empty real estate there. It looks kind of funny, almost like an optical illusion. Like, how's that tire just sitting there, you know? But it's because everything, well, is in front of it. I always liked that about the coil spring trucks, and because of the fact that you can kind of almost see that on a truck sitting in a field, or, you know, across the parking lot or someone's backyard. You go, oh, it's a coil spring truck. Because, you know, they came in leaves too. You can kind of tell what it is before even getting up close to it, because of that visual right there. One thing too I've got to mention, kind of on that same topic, is the auto trans shifter. They stick up above the dash of the factory column, you know, like this. And it just, I don't know, it's been always kind of cool to me. You can kind of see a truck, you know, somebody's backyard or out there in the bush of the field sitting there, some K20 or something, and you see that sticking up above the dash, you know it's an automatic truck. You know, if you don't see it, well, it's likely a 4-speed. And I've always liked that. I've always liked that about these, because you can kind of see that and get a good guess of what it is from, well, so far away. So it's a runner, and a decent one at that. Got a lot of work to do still, obviously, to make it reliable, make it something, whether it be a racer or just stay on the street or whatever it be. If it's going to continue to be a truck and be something a guy can hop in and drive, it needs those manifolds fixed. Can't be having, you know, spontaneous combustion happening down there on the engine block. I wish I got a video of that, or, you know, I got just kind of almost a small clip of it, but it was one of those things where it wasn't time to video, it was time to put the fire out, and it was just me by myself. So yeah, I apologize, because it was kind of a dramatic thing, and it would have been great to have here on the YouTube, but I needed to get that fire put out, and it was making me a little bit alarmed. But here she is now, not burnt to the ground, so that's good too. Maybe I got a video of it, maybe it would have burnt down, and wouldn't be so cool then, would it, right? So yeah, we got another runner on our hands here, and the question still remains what to do with it. But I'm definitely leaning towards, I think, making it a racer. That was kind of one of the ideas before, or the possible end game, but I think it might be coming sooner than later for it. It's showing the potential and showing that it's maybe quite possibly the best thing for it. It's already all beat up. It's kind of already all worn out. So there's no real shame or sadness in my mind towards beating on it even more and having fun with it. And it'd be pretty darn cool if this thing was out there rip-roaring around, tearing up the track and kicking butt out there. I think that would be kind of fitting and pretty cool kind of final send-off for it. And again, we're not out there just, you know, beating them up and crashing them and pounding them up in a weekend. We're taking care of them and making it a continuous thing. So it'd be the racer for years to come. And I think that's a good idea for it. It feels quite fitting, and it feels like it wants it. Feels like it's ready. It's ready to become a race truck, darn it. Maybe I'm just being, again, optimistic or hopeful, but it feels right. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I got to be a man of my word. I promised Scooter a ride. I got one more thing to do. Got to take my boy for a ride in it because he was being so patient yesterday, hanging out there with me as I worked on it. All right, I go get him. Where's he at?
Sit down.
This is my German Shepherd Scooter. He's turning 5 this year, and he's the best boy. Come here, Bubba. He loves anything old truck by default. That's the lifestyle he lives, but he just wants to go for a ride all the time, and he's always down to go on an adventure. He's a very good boy, and we really love him around here. This is our boy. Anybody who watched the first video probably also noticed that I did swap the tires out right after I got unloaded. I took the split rim, dyno Maypop mutters, whatever the heck it had on their traction tires, and put on these one-piece 16-inch Steelies I had lying around. To take a stock hubcap, put the 2 stock hubcaps back on this one side. They're a little dry and, you know, not perfect, but they're way better than what was on the truck. So yeah, I got a little shoe upgrade, and I did clean the glass because it was so foggy and gross. You couldn't even see out of it. So kind of 2 little things that happened out of necessity. I also actually ended up finding a white tailgate the other day for this thing, and I threw it on there. It's way too nice for it. It's like probably worth more than the rest of the truck. It's very straight, and I mean 9 out of 10 tailgate. So I end up going racing. It's coming off there, but in the meantime, it definitely feels the hole. It makes the truck look a whole hell of a lot better. So there we have it, 1972 C20 farm truck. Yes, it will run again. I could tell it still had a little bit of life left in it. I just knew it. Well, now it's a runner, so that really helps out. It makes it a lot easier to work on it. You know, when it's a dead horse, you got to go to where it's at to work on it, and it's just all leading up to trying to get it running. Well, now it's running. I can pull in the shade. I could have changed the intake right here in the shade, right? All good. All right, I got to wrap up the video. Got some more stuff I got to do tonight. Got to move some stuff around, move some trucks, clean up, get ready for some work that's going to happen here at the shop tomorrow. Yeah, this is it. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the support. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, more 67 to 72 content soon. And quite possibly some high-speed dirt and snow track action from this one. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.